rock bottom, right? I lost my job. We didn't have nowhere to live. I lost my car. And things just, and when I say I lost my car, right, like we didn't have anywhere to live, and my everything I owned was inside of my vehicle. Oh my god. This might be. Hey guys, welcome back to I Am a Friend of God podcast. I am your host, Coach Dasja Reed, and I'm so excited to be before you. If you have not caught episode 1, I strongly advise you catch episode 1 before you catch this one, because it is like a series that kind of going from episode to episode. So I strongly advise that you catch that episode before diving into this one. But we are going to go ahead and dive right on in. And the topic for today is taking the mask off. Now, are y'all ready for this one? Because it's about to get real up in here today, okay? It's about to get real because this is an episode. I don't know about you, but this is something I struggle with my entire life. Taking the mask off, being real with who I am, um, walking in places and spaces, right? And just literally being my authentic self. That is something I have struggled with my entire life, okay? And I think it's more so due to the fact of just dealing with rejection and with trauma and all of those things just kind of play a part in that of me coming to a place of leaving a mask on, coming to a place in my life where I constantly wore a mask to be accepted. I constantly wore a mask to to fit in, right? Like all of the things. And so just to kind of like go back to when we were talking about in the last episode of, God can't build on that faulty foundation, right? Like God can't build on top of our mess. We have to get down. He has to get down, and we have to unveil and reveal all of those trauma and pain and all the things that we went through. And for me, y'all, that that season looked it really, really messy for me. Um, I began so last year. So just kind of going back to when I first began to take my mask off, right? Oh God, I walked through a very challenging and dark season, and God was not playing with me this time. Like He was like, "Girl, listen," because when I tell y'all, like He had to hit me at rock bottom. He had to hit me at rock bottom. And let me say this: before it even came to this season, right? Before it even had to come to this point, because I do believe that God gave me chance after chance prior to that. I just was not getting it, right? Like I was just like, listen, I went through what I went through, right? And I'm about to put this mask back on and we finna keep it pushing. And I did that. And I went around that mountain in that season over and over. Why? Because of my own bad choices. So when I think that it got to this point and what I'm about to share, I think that it all had to do with me not um, not like being obedient when God was originally telling me like take the mask off, right? Like we got to deal with this, right? And so I think that he definitely got my attention this season with what I'm about to share. So yeah, so it definitely caught my attention this season, and I definitely was like, no, I don't want to see this mountain no more. I don't want to go through this season no more. I don't want to like go around this mountain no more. Listen, Lord, what do we have to do to get past this, right? And so for me, last year, God began to speak to me. Well, I was kind of in a rough season. I was in a tough season. I kind of lost my job. I lost my job. And when I say that things in my life began to just trickle from there, like I hit rock bottom, right? I lost my job. We didn't have nowhere to live. I lost my car. And things just, and when I say I lost my car, right, like we didn't have anywhere to live, and my everything I owned was inside of my vehicle. So when they took my vehicle, that took everything that I owned, right? Like everything. So when I say I hit rock bottom, like we hit rock bottom. Okay. Yes, we hit the lowest the bottom can go. Like we hit that bottom, right? And so I was just in a season, and I believe that I came to like this crossroad because I had a choice to make, right? Like I can try to figure this out, right? And keep the mask on, right? And just keep pushing. Nobody don't have to know what's going on in my life. Keep it pushing. And, of course, some things will be obvious, right? I don't have a vehicle. Certain things are going on. Like some things will be obvious, but I can keep the mask on, keep it pushing. Nobody have to know, right? And I'll get this all figured out, like I always do, right? Like in my trauma state of mind, all the trauma that I've been in my state of mind, right? I can just figure this out, like I've always done, like I've always figured it out. I've always been able to, figure something out and just keep it pushing, right? So I can either do that, or I can take this mask off and truly surrender to God and give this season of my life unto Him, trust Him, and allow Him to figure it out. And for once, and I know that God, y'all, I kid you not, like I have been in that place several times. And just from me being this like learning how to be this strong, independent, single mom, like all the things, right? Like I'm gonna figure it out, right? Like I'm not worried. Like I'll get it. It's gonna come together. I'm gonna figure it out. Trust me, I'm gonna figure it out. And I think that I've kept that mentality for so long, to the point that sometimes that it it blocked God from doing what He do, right? It blocked God from truly entering my life and being King and Lord of my life, because I was still holding a pedestal in my own self of saying, I can do this. I can figure this out. Like I figure everything out, right? Like I got this. I grabbed a hold of that mentality, right? Because of the trauma, because I've been put in situations where I had to figure it out. So I kept that mentality. And I think that in so many times I it blocked God from entering my life. It blocked God from allowing Him to fully take control in my life, because of the fact that I can figure it out. I can do it. And so again, I came to this crossroad, right? And I think that I was at this place where I'm like, well, God, I don't want to see this season no more. I don't know about y'all, but I've been in seasons where I've literally seen it's just different people, different situations, but the same, you know what I mean? Like the root cause of it, the same. I don't want to see this ever again in my life. What is it that I need to do to get past this test? What is it that I need to do to get through this season? What is it that I need to do that I don't see this anymore? And I strongly believe, and I'll never forget where God was saying, you got to take the mask off, daughter. Like you have to be honest about where you are in this season. Like you have to open up, take the mask off, and be honest about where you are. And y'all, kid you not, that was so hard for me. It was so hard because I didn't want to tell nobody that my car got repoed. Like, I didn't want to tell nobody that we didn't have nowhere to live. I didn't want to tell nobody that, I didn't want to tell nobody those things, right? Like, I was just going to figure it out, keep it moving. But God said, no, not this time. And so I think that I had to come to reality, right? Like I had to face the person in the mirror, and I had to make phone calls, and I had to let people in. And I'm gonna be honest, I let people in. Some people rejected me, right? Like some people couldn't handle me in that season, right? Like some people rejected me, but it was some people who welcomed me with open arms. It's some people who loved on me and did not judge me. It was some people who took me in and genuinely did not judge me and helped me with everything that I needed. And I'm so grateful for those people. But I could have easily stopped when I got rejected. I could have easily stopped and said, nah, see, this is why I didn't want to tell nobody to begin with. I could have easily like reverted back to my trauma of knowing that when I try to lean and depend on other people, they're not there for me. So I revert back to my trauma thoughts and saying that, hey, I'm not going to lean and depend on nobody because I'm going to figure it all out myself. I could have easily done that. But God said, no, It's time to take it off. It's time to be honest. It's time to let those traumas be healed in the name of Jesus, right? And so, like I said, it was so many people that, that I had to reach out to. I had to be vulnerable with. And I'm again, like, I was rejected, y'all. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, some people just straight rejected me during that season. Like, and it was messy. Can I just be honest? It was messy. Like, it was messy. It didn't look pretty. It didn't look like the Deja that come on social media that have so much motivational stuff to say. Who the Deja who that didn't look like me. It didn't look like the person that people were used to seeing. It didn't look like the Deja that people have grown to know. They didn't know that side of me. So when people saw that, they were like, girl, you got when you go get yourself together and you come back when you fixed up, because I don't know what's going on with you." Like, it didn't look pretty. And I had to get to a place of just accepting and understanding this is where I am. And I understand if you don't accept me. I understand that, you know what I mean? Like, and it hurt, like, right? Because I'm already at my lowest. I'm already in a low place, and you're rejecting me while I'm already down. Like, I'm already, you know what I'm saying? And I experienced some stuff during that season, and I won't go into details about that, but I experienced some stuff in that season. People lying on me, like, people, and I mean, like, I was going, and like, I'm already at my lowest point in life. Like, I feel like I was at my lowest season in my life, and I got kicked while I was already down, while I was already low. Like, I was getting kicked, and I had to embrace the fact that this is where I am. I had to stand on that because, and I'm like, I'm taking the mask off now, Lord. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm being real. And I'm still being rejected. You know what I mean? Like, it kind of got to that spot where, like, hey, you know, right? And so I got to that place, and um I just had to embrace where I was in that season. I had to embrace that season because it was, like I said, it wasn't pretty. It didn't look normal. It didn't look, you know, like, God was on my side. You know what I mean? Like, let's just be real. Like, it didn't look like that. It didn't look like I was a praying warrior woman. It didn't look like I was a worshiper serving at church 2 and 3 days a week. That's not what it looked like. And um so when I was in that season, like I said, it was so many people rejecting me, but then again, it was so many people that genuinely helped carry me in that season. And I'm so grateful for those people because I reached out to them, and without a shadow of a doubt, I got you. Like, we got you. And I strongly believe that after that little short period of time, that I genuinely just took the mask off and I was honest, like, even with the people that rejected me and the people who accepted me in that season, like, once I took that mask off, I kid y'all not, like, the Lord began to move in my life. And I kid you not, like, the Lord began to move mightily in my life after that season, after those few months of me just being honest and being raw and like, hey, this is where I am, and this is what's going on, this is what's really happened, and this is kind of like what took place, and this is where I am, this is how I feel. I am angry with God. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I was angry with God because I didn't understand, like, why couldn't you change this situation? Like, why can't you turn this situation around for me? Why can't you open up a door for me? Like, why can't you, fix this without the world knowing what I'm going through? Why do I have to call this person or call that person? Like, I want you to turn this situation around. Like, like, fix it for me, right? Like, you say in your word, right? Like, this is Bible. You know what I mean? And I'm leaning on your word. I'm leaning on the promises you have in your word. Like, why can't you turn this situation around for me? Like, why can't you, fix this, and put a bow on it like nothing never happened? And God is like, no, ma'am. No. Because it's deeper than what you are trying to make it to be. It's not just, oh, you need a place to stay. Oh, it's not just, oh, you need a car. It's not just, oh, you need this or you need that. Your soul needs to be recovered. your soul needs some tending to. And that's what I'm trying to get to you. I need you to take the mask off because I'm trying to build in you a new person, and I want to create that new person, and I want to create that new person like like you asked me to in my word. I want to do that, but I can't do it when it's a faulty foundation. I can't do it when you're wearing a mask around. I can't do it when you got all this stuff underneath you. We gotta get to the surface of that. And so I believe that when I begin to just be honest with God, like, God, I'm angry. I'm mad. Like, I just don't understand why you're not moving. I don't understand why you ain't open the door for me. Like, I don't understand why I got to go through this process and stuff. But guess what? Just like I said it earlier, what it did was unveil the trauma of me trying to be Miss Independent, the trauma that I've learned, the what I've learned through the trauma, right? Like, what I've learned through the trauma is I can do it. What you need me for? That's what God is saying. If you can figure it out and you can do it all and you control everything, what do you even need me for? What am I here for? Because you got it. You gonna figure it out. You got it. And I think that was one of the major things that the Lord had to get through to me, that, you know, I can't figure it out. And it's okay to call somebody else to help you figure it out. And it's okay to lean on somebody else to help you figure it out. And that was big for me. I don't know, but like, that was huge for me because I was always like the person helping, always the person giving out, always the person, like, I never called nobody for stuff. And so in that season, in that time, like, I had to relinquish the control of trying to figure it all out, and relinquish the control of trying to mask what I'm really going through, and put on this mask and put on this facade and this front that it's all worked out. It's all gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna get worked out. Nobody needs to know, business as usual, right? But God said no. But again, it unveiled trauma. It unveiled who I really was, because I made myself look pretty. I made myself look like I had it all together. I made myself look like that all was well with me, and I made that, and I put that persona on, and I let people think that, right? Because that's what I wanted them to think, because I wanted them to accept me. I wanted them to love me. I wanted them to genuinely just accept me. So I put on this persona that I got it all together. Like, it's nothing wrong. Like, we got this, right? I put on this persona that, hey, it's all good, when it was not. And so I believe that God began to unveil that, and hey, we got to take this mask off, daughter. It's time to take the mask off. And so for me, taking the mask off again revealed all my trauma. Again, it took me to a place of um it took me to a place of surrenderance, right? Because when I took the mask off and I took off of this, it's not only like you taking a mask and a cape off, right? Because now I'm taking this mask off, that this perception that I've built about who I am, this perception that I've built about who I want people to think that I am, right? Like, I got to take all of that off. So now that I'm not when you take the mask off, you're taking titles off, right? Like, you're taking off titles that we built for ourselves. These titles where we think that, because if I make this perception, if I give people this perception that I'm this person, they will accept me. They are going to love me. They are going to care about me. They are going to um, embrace me. They're going to embrace me because now I put on this persona so that they can think that I'm somebody that I'm really not. And so taking the mask off is not easy. Taking the mask off, and I'm not saying go and, tell your business to the world, right? Like, and, I'm not saying, because at this point right now, this is a testimony for me, right? Like, this is a testimony of a season I walked through. And didn't nobody on Facebook know I was walking through this when I was walking through it, right? Like I didn't go making no status, no videos, or no posts about this season as I was walking through it. Some things I might share that, you know what I mean, like while I'm walking through it, but um for the most part, right, like this is I share things. I try to share things after the mat of a testimony because now I'm on the other side of it. And so when I say that, it's like you don't have to go tell the world your business, but it does have to be to a place where, hey, I'm going to take this mask off. I'm going to confront this issue. I'm going to stand face to face with the person in the mirror. So it's three things that I want you guys to take away from this episode of taking the mask off. Three things that I want you guys to take away from this video. One, taking the mask off requires honesty. Okay. It is going to require another level of honesty with yourself and with God and the people around you, right? Um, it's not easy. It is not easy, especially if you have worn a mask for a long time, if you have pretended for a long time, if you have tried to have this facade on for a long time, right? It's not easy, but it's worth it. I can assure you that. But it requires you to look in the mirror, to face yourself in the mirror, like face the person that's in the mirror, being honest with yourself, like, hey, listen, I can't do this any longer. Like, I no longer want to pretend. I no longer want to wear this mask. I no longer want to have this facade of having it all together, of being perfect, or having it like my life is all together. I am in shambles. Okay. Like, I am going through some stuff. Like, and just being honest with yourself, right? Like, that's where it starts at. Being honest with God and yourself. Listen, it will make the world of difference because long as we know, like once we get to that point of realizing that God accepts us just the right where we are, like it doesn't even matter what it looks like. And that's the part that baffles me so much because I seek for acceptance. I seek for this place of wanting to fit in, right? When God was sitting there all along, right? Like, I got you. Like, it don't even matter what it looked like. To me, like, you could be your real raw self and I still love you. I still care about you. I still accept you right where you are, right? So it's just so, like, that is the one of the main keys that I want anybody to take. Like, be honest with yourself, be honest with God, and He knows anyway, right? Like, God knows anyway, right? But we have, like, He cannot heal what we won't admit, or what we won't uncover, what we want to be honest about. Like, he can't heal it. He can't do anything with it if we're covering it up with a band-aid, if we're still trying to put a bow on it to make it look pretty, right? Like, we're trying to cover those wounds up and we don't want nobody to see it. Like, that's just like somebody got a burn on their arm. They don't want nobody to see it, and they walk outside with, it's 110-degree weather, and you walking outside with a hoodie on, or you walking outside with long sleeve shirts on because you're trying to hide those burns, you're trying to hide those scars, and you don't want nobody to see it. So you walking outside with those with long sleeve, everything on because you're trying to hide that. And that's just how we look to God when we're sitting there trying to hide those wounds, or we trying to hide, even wherever we go, we're trying to hide those scars and those that trauma or whatever, that fire that we're going through. We want to hide that, and God is like, no, take the band-aid off, take the long sleeve shirt off. Like, I got you. Like, let's walk through this together, right? And so it just really starts with honesty, guys. It starts with just being honest. It starts with, this is how I feel, this is where I'm at, like, this is what I'm experiencing, right? Like, this is what I'm going through, and this is how I feel about it, right? Like, it starts there. That's where taking the mask off starts. It starts with the honesty. And number two, taking the mask off hurts, right? Like, can we just be honest why? It's because, again, it's revealing trauma, it's revealing pain. So I'm not gonna sit here and say, like, oh, like, girl, just take it off, right? Like, yes, just take it off. However, it is very challenging. it is something that that you will walk through, and it won't be something simple to do. It's going to hurt. It's going to be painful. I can assure you that it's going to be painful. Why? Because again, it's unveiling the hurt. It's unveiling things that you've experienced in your past, because that's all it is, right? Like, it's things that have been suppressed that's on the inside of us, things that's on the inside of us that's been suppressed or hurt or whatever the case might be, is suppressing all those things. So all of those things are rising back up, right? All of those things are coming back to the surface, right? And I don't know about you, but I didn't want to deal with those things, right? I didn't want to face those things at all, right? So taking a mask off does not feel good, but I promise you, if you allow God into that space, if you allow him into that moment, and it could be moments with just you and him, like, God, listen, like, I'm mad at you too. Right? Like, I'm be honest, I've had moments with God like that. I've had moments where I'm just like, God, I'm angry with you. God, I don't understand why. God, I just, you know what I mean? I love you. I'm not questioning you, right? But I am upset with you. Like, I'm upset, right? Like, and just having those honest moments with him, just having those moments, like, I just don't understand, Lord. Like, now I'm not gonna be disobedient. Now I'm not gonna, rebel. I'm not being rebellious or rebellion, right? But being honest, like, hey, this is where I'm at, and this is how I feel right now, Lord. Like, I don't get this. Like, I'm stuck in this place. Like, I don't understand. And he knows anyway. Be honest with him. So taking the mask off will hurt, but if you just allow God into that space, allow him into those moments, allow him into that intimacy. And that's how intimacy is created, right? Like, when you can be real and raw with somebody like that, when you can just be yourself and truly be in that space with somebody, like, that is how intimacy is created. So definitely, like I said, it will hurt, but allow God in those moments. And the third thing I want you to take away from this is taking the mask off brings healing and transformation, right? Because the moment that you take that mask off, the moment that you allow God into that space, right? That's when God can start doing the work. That's when he can start transforming. That's when he can start healing, right? Like, because we're acknowledging it. We are in a place, in a space where we're acknowledging that hurt. We're acknowledging that trauma. We're acknowledging those things that we're incapable of doing. We are in a place, a space of surrender. Okay, like, that's what surrenderance look like. That's what that real coming to God and saying, God, I surrender. I give it all to you. Like, I'm no longer in a place of trying to figure this thing out. I'm no longer in a space where I want to have all the answers. I'm no longer in a space where I have to figure it out. You say in your word, you got this. I can lay all my burdens down to you, and I can give it all to you, and you will give me rest. Lord, here it is. You want it, take it. Like, here it is. But it's no longer trying to figure it out in that process and trying to get it done or trying to do this or do that. It's literally taking the mask off, allowing God and surrendering all to him. So now we're not only in a place where it's surrenderance, but our hearts is surrendering unto him now, right? Like, now it's like our will is being surrendered. Now it's like our ways are being surrendered, right? Because we are relinquishing control. We are giving up that place in that space of having to figure it all out or having to get it all done. Like, we're in that place where we're giving it to God and saying, God, here it is. I don't know what you're going to do with this. I don't know how you're going to figure this out, but God, I'm going to give it to you, right? And that's when God can bring healing. That's when the transformation happens. That's when the new can be created. That's when God can create in us a new person. Like, that's when those things happen. But it don't happen until we take the mask off, until we get to that place of saying, hey, you know what? It's yours. It's yours, Lord. Like, it's yours. You got it. I don't want it anymore. It's yours. I'm taking the mask off. And not only am I taking the mask off, but I'm fully surrendering my own will to yours. I'm fully surrendering my heart, my ways, my will unto yours. And you be the one to figure it out. You be the one to make me a new person. You be the one to transform me into a new person. So that's what I got for y'all today. And I hope that you are blessed by this message. Again, if you don't take anything away from this message, just know taking the mask off is what brings the healing and transformation. Taking the mask off is what brings a new you. And it allows space for God to transform and create a new person.